Can our 80-year-old shed be saved and transformed into my dream she shed? In today's video, I'll show you the current condition, my vision for the shed, and the progress that we've made so far. Welcome to the Cleveland Cottage. I'm Janet and love all things home and decor. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back for another great project. So let's get started. My husband Tom and I live in a Sears Roebuck cottage built in 1940. The lady that grew up in this house lives the street over and remembers the shed always being here when her parents bought the house, so we're assuming the shed was built when the house was. At one time it was a TV repair shop and had electricity, but that's long gone. We've not touched the shed since we bought our home in 1991, but to paint it and store items like my grandfather's rocking chair, so it's been seriously neglected, but I'm confident that Tom can save it and transform it into my dream she shed / YouTube studio. I looked to Pinterest for inspiration and envision a front porch with 2 windows and a door where the current window exists now, and for the inside to be painted all white with custom bookcases and a desk along the back wall, of course with a chandelier. The first thing Tom did was scrape the paint the best he could and patch the rotten wood. We were going to add a window to this side of the shed, but then realized we did not have anywhere to store the lawn equipment, so he removed the window and added new matching siding from a local company that still carries the traditional clapboard siding. He added the front door and started painting with woodlawn blue to match the house. He also added 1x6 white trim. I wanted it chunkier, but it would not allow enough room to add 2 new windows. Next, he started building a custom lean-to to store the lawn equipment and all my decorating totes. He's going to add a sliding barn door for storage and a metal roof from Lowe's to cut down on costs. We plan to add a metal roof to the studio portion once we get the inside finished later this spring. Until then, Tom just patched the leaks to ensure nothing inside gets wet. He used plywood for the lean-to walls. Later this spring, we'll finish extending the fence to meet the lean-to. If you've not seen how we built the new horizontal fence, I hope you'll go back and watch that video. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I hope you'll subscribe to see how everything turns out and receive an alert when we're finished. It's totally free and will help my videos reach more people. Next, he added more 1x6 white trim to match the trim on the studio and to make the lean-to look more like a barn. For now, we're leaving the lean-to without a floor because we're just storing lawn equipment, tools, and waterproof totes inside. I think I've about convinced Tom to add a floor later. It's just not a priority at the moment. Now on to the 2 new windows. First, Tom needs to cut out a section on both sides of the new door that he installed. I'm thinking about painting the door a cranberry color to make it pop against the woodlawn blue by Sherwin-Williams. If I like it, I'll definitely paint the front door of our house the same color. I just love this color because it's blue, but it has a lot of green hues to it, and it contrasts really well against the white trim. We bought the windows and doors at Lowe's, and they were simple to install. I say simple because Tom was a professional window installer in a previous life, but I think he is turning into a master carpenter. I just love how I can just grab what I want and he makes it come to life. I know that I'm definitely spoiled, but he says he loves doing things to make me happy. I hit the lottery in men, and I never forget it. Although I didn't get the chunky trim that I wanted, Tom is going to make the windows still chunky for me. But first, he needs to build the frame to secure the windows inside and ensure they open and close properly. I'm thinking about having Tom add window muntins to all the new windows that he installed on the house and now on the shed. I want the house to maintain its original character as much as possible since we live in the historic district in our town. I fought Tom for years on ripping out the 80-year-old windows, but I'm glad he did, because the house is no longer drafty and you can sit by the window without a parka on now. So here's how the first window turned out. He added a second one, and I think they look great inside and out. I just hope it allows enough natural light to filter in once we add the porch. If not, we can always add a skylight or something. Tom will add the trim around the windows later, and we'll paint the lean-to once it warms up in early spring. It's too cold to paint right now, so I'll update you on how everything turns out in part 2 of this video series. Tom added plywood and spray foam to reduce the gaps from the outside siding. In some parts of the studio, you could see the outside light coming through. Then he installed the wiring for the many electrical outlets that I requested, and lastly he added insulation in this black ground cover to further reduce drafts and retain heat. Once that's done, he will build the frame for the subflooring and then begin adding shiplap to the walls. We went with a primed shiplap because even though it's a little more expensive, it's a lot easier than doing drywall and painting multiple times. I know the trend is moving away from shiplap, but I think it's timeless and will fit the all-white look that I'm going for. Tom finished the insulation and it's already warmer and not as drafty. It's amazing what a difference it made. He plans to insulate the ceiling too, and then he's going to add wood over it so that it's insulated but it still retains that open, airy feeling by leaving the wood exposed. The ceiling will be painted white, but Tom is staining 2 wooden beams to hold my ceiling fans and chandelier that I plan to buy later. I'm so excited to get to that part. Now that the insulation is up, it's time to frame the subfloor. I want a real wood floor, but Tom is steering me toward luxury vinyl planks because the planks are easier to install and more economical, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Next, Tom built the frame along the back wall where my custom bookcase and desk will go, like the one in the inspirational photo at the beginning of the video. He began adding the shiplap to the walls. I plan to add a sofa along one side wall and a television along the other wall. We'll need to install a dual unit heating and cooling system, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. Tom keeps reminding me that this is not a 15-minute YouTube project on TV, but I'm already envisioning how it's going to turn out in my head. Here's where we are at the end of December. We're taking a break for the holidays, but I wanted to give you one final look at where we stopped and show you how it's looking inside and out. Tom went out yesterday to add a windowsill and install shiplap around the windows. So much for taking a break. He just can't help himself. He always has to stay busy doing something, but I don't have that problem. I'm already in love with my new she shed and I can't wait until we get to decorate it. I couldn't help myself. I added a Christmas wreath, so that's my first decor project for my new space. I hope you enjoyed today's video and will leave a comment with any suggestions or just to say hi. Until the next time, Happy New Year and live life and find what makes you happy. I'll see you in 2026. Bye.